Hello, my name is Dovid B. Timeless. I'm a Jewish mystic, and I've come here, I'm making these videos to try to share the knowledge of the Jewish people, and particularly the hidden knowledge. So one might say the hidden knowledge, is hidden because no one's supposed to know it. And even though that's true, nonetheless, the Zohar, which is a word means brilliance, is the hidden of the hidden, the greatest secret of the Jewish people, concurs, do not teach this knowledge. However, when the world's breaking down, teach everything. So there's no question the world is breaking down. So I'm going to do my best to teach everything. And as I said, the Zohar is the top rung of Jewish teaching. It came to the world about 1,000 years ago, I explained in previous videos, and could only be unlocked by the Cabala. So I thought I would talk today about the symbiotic relationship between the Zohar and the Cabala. See, this is the way it works. In the Zohar, it mentions things like the Eitz Chaim, the tree of life, and mentions the different sfirot, Chachma, Bina, Vadas, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Umalkut. But doesn't really give us any structure. Says a little over here, a little over there, 10 pages back, 100 pages forward. It's all over the place. So we get these kind of hints. And that's what, the Zohar talks in terms of Raza. That it's hinted. Everything's a hint. Every little thing in Torah is a hint. And because it's written this way and not that way, just one letter different, that brings up a whole thing. And this information just spills out of the Zohar. But it's taken 700 years since then to filter through the minds of really great scholars to produce the Kabbalah. And the Kabbalah are just, really, we're the people of the book. We just write books after books after books. There's no end to the books about Kabbalah. And the best place to get them is in a Jewish bookstore. Maybe they don't have Jewish bookstores anymore because everything's online. But the rabbis are very, very careful about this knowledge. And so you want to get as close as you can to the original text. You don't necessarily have to take what the rabbis have to say about it. You can make up your own mind. But the thing is, and the thing how the Zohar and the Kabbalah work together is that the Zohar cannot contradict anywhere in the Torah. Anything that's written in the 24 books of the written Torah or the 5 Gemilot, the 5 scrolls, nothing in the oral Torah. And there's 3 levels of oral Torah. There is the Talmud, which is law, and the Medrash, which is sort of like story, and the Zohar, which is illumination, brilliance. So, and that's what we're needed in our time is this brilliance. And the Kabbalah, unlocks the key to the Zohar by explaining concepts and explaining how these 10 sfirot, the sfirot is like they say it's Lashon Sapir, the language of sapphire. Because sapphire, and besides from diamond, sapphire is the hardest element on earth, and it's also very beautiful. I've seen sapphire, and it talks about sapphire a lot in the Torah. That Moshe, the prophet, he had a staff made of sapphire, and the heavens looked. There were certain times you could look into the heavens and it looked like sapphire. And the sphera, it comes from the word sapphire. In other words, it's translucent, it's hard, it's translucent. And these are the building blocks of creation. And so the Kabbalah takes all these different ramazim, all these different hints that are just scattered throughout the Zohar and starts putting them together in a constructed way. So, in a sense, this is why it's a symbiotic relationship between the Kabbalah and the Zohar. Because without the Kabbalah, the Zohar cannot be opened. And without the Zohar, the Kabbalah really has no place in our world. This is the reason of the Kabbalah, is to open up the Zohar. And if you don't use it to open up the Zohar, then either, and some people actually do this, just try to use it as a way of power in heaven, which is a very dangerous thing to do. You don't want to have power in heaven. You want to stay here on the earth, we want to stay here on the earth. And one of the curses, actually, we read this week in the Torah, talks about how the heavens will be made, will drip with metal. And that's what's happening in our time, that, all the pollution we've made up in outer space is coming down and is getting, burnt up in the atmosphere. And those burnt up ashes are, are really dangerous stuff. And it connects with the water, and it comes down to the earth and makes the human being sick. So it's extremely important that the Kabbalah by itself is not the reason to. I mean, it's all Torah. It's good to learn Torah, but only when the Kabbalah opens up the Zohar, then we have the brilliance. Then we have the medicine that we need to make our planet better. So that's why I'm going to just keep teaching this knowledge in these little bites, little bits. And just to spread the knowledge and to help lighten up the world and to point us in the right way. All right, and be sure and click something. Subscribe. You're supposed to click subscribe. That's what they tell me. All right, and go to my website, dovidhouse.com. Bye.